Hi everybody, Anita Lund here from Trainers Direct. Thanks for joining us today in this video where we'll look at creating drop-down lists in Excel, otherwise known as data validation. So let's dive in. In this first example, what I'd like to do is have the ability to choose either a yes or a no from a drop-down list field in column H. Now, because these entries will never change, it's always going to be yes or no. What I can do is actually store the entries within the data validation list. So the first thing that I do, I highlight the cells that I want to add the list to, and then from the data tab on the ribbon, I choose the data validation option, which can be found in the data tools group of commands right here. And there are three tabs to complete at the top. So on the settings tab, we set the allow option to list, which is a drop-down list. And then in the source for a static list, you can enter the entries separated with a comma. The next thing that I can do, and this is optional, I can add an input message. So this helps the user. In the title, I'm going to instruct the user to click the drop-down button. And then in the input message, select yes or no. And then the final option, error alert. There are three options right here. I tend to go with the stop option because that means that the user can't bypass the error, whereas with the other two options, they can. So a bit more forceful with your error message. And then OK. As you can see, I can now select either one of those options. Now, in the last example, this drop-down list will produce a list of names, and I may want to add additional names to the list. So what I've done here is create a separate list of names on another sheet. And I'm actually going to make this really easy to refer to this source data by creating what we call a named range. And to do that, I simply highlight the cells, head up to the name box. As you can see, it's displaying the first cell in the range. And if I click in here and just literally give that range a name, and you can call it whatever you like, providing it doesn't have spaces in there. So you type the range name in the box. Do make sure that you press enter so it stores it. And then back on the original sheet, I go through the same process again. I highlight the cells that I want to add the drop down to. I head across to my data validation, back to the settings, allow any value. We're going to change to list. But with the source, I'm going to use a little shortcut key, which is the F3 key on the keyboard, which allows me to paste a name into the data validation source box, and it pops up like this. Otherwise, you could type the range name in, providing it's preceded with an equals sign. And then the other two options there, the input message, the error alert that you saw before. So these are optional. I'm actually going to leave them blank. And then if I press OK, and this time I'm able to choose from the list of names. Now, if you want to clear data validation, you can highlight the cells again, like this, and then I'll just press OK there because there are two sets, and then I can go into the dialog box and hit the clear all option right there. So that's all for this lesson. Thanks for watching.